3, 2, 1, go. Welcome, this is Dominic Phoenix here for another commentary on Letters to Nowhere, S1E2, Episode 2. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep these pretty much off the cuff, like I don't really want to script these, I don't really want to put a lot of excessive effort into them, not because I'm lazy in this case at least, but just because I think it's a lot more interactive if I just kind of watch with you, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, a minute ago, Introbot there mentioned that we had like 49 views and 7 total subscriptions, and that's just great because right now we're at 122 on this video alone, and definitely more subscriptions, so thanks to everybody for that.
Welcome to Letters to Nowhere.
On this one, I think this is where the show first actually started to come together for me, and I really felt like there was a format that I could follow, and then spend my creative energies just thinking about what to do with it. The palette was kind of already there. I had, just certain things that were in place, like the chair and, the captions again, and, kind of where I was recording at. I mean, it all changes over time, and I think it's probably going to continue doing that, and that's cool, but that's the old eviction lab when me and the family were staying over in a different part of town.
No, not the generic term for a watery substance.
I think I slur my speech a lot in here, and I think I'm even doing it in the commentary, which is funny because I'm all about communication and singing and all that kind of stuff.
I love music. Primarily, I love
but I don't always enunciate. I don't always enunciate properly. So finding pictures for this section was kind of difficult because I felt like I had a lot of things to do on the screen visually, and I had a lot of words that had to be read. And one of the things about oh god, there's so much I want to talk about, but I can't talk about everything at once. Maybe I should script these. It'd be more coherent. But yeah, so there's all these pictures and all these words I wanted to have read on screen, and I realized while making the show that if I want people to be able to read the captions, and sometimes I kind of don't. Sometimes I want them to kind of like fly by you. You have to pause the video. So that's a secret to the show that is very simple, but I don't know if people really ever think about it. Like, if a caption just goes flying by, it might be a good time to just pause the video and take a bite of your sandwich and just read what I wrote. I probably wrote some pretty cool stuff.
It was somewhere in this mix that I found the first member of the band, Billy.
I see in that chart there, like, it's really cool. There's a picture of my face in the background. Jonas is there, Billy's there. He's wearing a Robert E. Lee shirt. I just think it's a really great shot for that particular scene.
Nirvana, Bush, Offspring, Korn, Alice in Chains, STP, etc. Yeah, it was a nice.
Yeah, if you haven't heard of Gallows Underwater, you really should check it out. Seriously, it's one of my favorite bands, biggest inspiration. One of the first bands I got into that really showed me that you could be experimental and still, moderately successful, because they were never like a worldwide name, but they had a few hits, and their albums are just very important to me. There's Susan, the red shirt that I used to own. And this is a horrible Yoda impression. It's like funny because it's so horrible. That's why I left it in there. I could have redid it, but I heard it, and every time I heard it, I would laugh. I'm just like, God damn, that's horrible. Like, it's the worst Yoda impression anyone has ever done anywhere. So just left it in there. Somebody told me that picture looks like I'm trolling for dudes, and that's fucking, that pisses me off, man. And like, what the hell? I'm not trolling for dudes, I promise.
We were a barely tuned parent's headache at some point or another.
This is one of the best shots of Liquid ever. I mean, seriously, that right there would have been like the album cover, or at least like the CD back where all the songs are listed. Maybe there. Ow! Ow! I hurt myself laughing. Okay.
Only one half of the equation.
That's a great shot too. Maybe that should be like the cover. I don't know. I guess any shots of us together like that, looking all whatever.
I feel like life is really hard.
This was so much fun to do. I think once I did this, I realized that I'm always going to do a skit like in the middle of the show. It breaks up the flow of how the show is done. I think with internet videos especially, you have to kind of capture people's attention and capture their time because they're doing other stuff. You know, they're like emailing, they're Facebooking, and they're just, you know, not really in a mode of sitting down and just watching something that has really too much content. So, in taking care of that, I've tried to sort of keep the show jumpy. Like, you know, there's always kind of something going on, even if I'm going on for a while. You know, there's other little things. There's the captions. There's Introbot. There's me. You know, there's all these little things that come together to make the show, I guess. And I sound like I'm like some big like successful guy, and I'm talking about like, you know, my beginnings before I became a millionaire. And it would be really great if at one day I could listen to this, and then that would be true. You know, like I don't even own that car in that last shot. Like if you go back and look at that shot, that's not my car. It's just that I was standing there and I had that picture, and you know, I guess if it implies that I drive a Mazda, you know, there's somebody out there who actually, you know, I'm not gonna say whose car it is, but if he happens to be listening, then he'll be like, "That's my fucking car." I'll be like, "Nope, not anymore. Everybody thinks it's my car." I actually drive a little Geo. If you don't already know that by now, the Geo shows up in the show itself. That was taken on Stone Mountain in Georgia, and that's like, I'd say almost the entire crew, you know, or at least the entire core crew from back in the day. It's Russell, Laura, Danny, Ben, Jonas, Billy, Alan, and me down there. We are so in the 90s right now with all the flannel and the hair and the whatever the hell that we're all wearing. Not going to single anybody out there. I really can't because we're all, I mean, look at Alan's mop top, you know, come on. You know, I have those dreads, I mean, you know, I don't know.
Accidentally pissing each other off. She was my first long-term relationship that wasn't.
I want to apologize to Laura. I really didn't directly ask her permission before using a lot of these images, and just being truthful is because I feel like I kind of own half those images, those in particular, you know, and well, I mean, I won't say I own them, but you know what I mean. You know, these are like things that we shared together in a special point, you know, in our past, and you know, while it is our past, it's still important to me. You know, I mean, look at that. Come on. You know,
the worst possible thing happened. We broke up.
I was a little bit nervous about putting this on the internet because I felt like maybe I was taking too much liberty, but I feel like, you know, it's my story, you know, and everyone has their own story to tell, and I really hope I didn't offend, you know, anyone at all. You know, if I did, I apologize, but you know, it wasn't meant to have any type of tone in particular besides just telling the story. And then Laura and I's relationship during Liquid was a very important part of the story. Speaking of the story, it's really cool that I totally tricked everybody, and I was like, "Oh, you thought you were gonna see the end of the Liquid episode, but you're not. Fuck you." I'm kidding. Ow. For some reason, my side actually hurts. I guess I've been laughing a good amount today, and that's fucking good because I've been like really depressed lately. So, you know, I don't want to just be all like bleh in this commentary. So I'm just gonna shut up. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I've been feeling pretty good at least for the last hour or so. So, I felt like I had to apologize for the heavy tone on this one because it just, like, the show this suddenly got real all heartfelt and shit, like, and I wasn't necessarily going for that. I didn't realize that's what was going to happen. I thought it would be more of a straight comedy thing, and then by the time I finished doing this, I was just like, holy shit, man, I'm really saying something here. This is important to me. You know, this is, you know, but anyway, so basically, right here, to be continued next week. That shit did not happen. That shit took, like, oh, I don't know, like, if you look at the dates of, like, this is, it says June 6, 2010, and then look at the date for the episode 3, the actual episode 3, it's a lot longer than that, and I was, like, really tormented trying to get it done, and, you know, but it was totally worth it. I would do it again, and I will, I guess. Okay, that's it for this one. Smiley face.